so you're thinking of buying or selling down here at the Jersey Shore, but you haven't really picked out a specific town, or maybe you want a little bit more information on a nice area. Well, in today's video, Chris and I are actually going to take a look at seasonal condos in Wildwood Crest between $150,000 and $300,000, and hey, maybe that'll help you in your decision process. So let's go hit the town right now. Hey everyone, I'm Joe Ferzoco.
I'm Chris Ferzoco.
And we are with the Ferzoco Group. And if this is your first time to the channel, subscribe below, tap that bell for instant notifications, and please hit the like button so you will be the first to get up-to-date market information and of course happenings that we have down here at the Jersey Shore. Chris, you know, we get calls, texts, emails every single day from awesome folks looking to buy or sell down here at the Jersey Shore. You know, whether that's next week, next month, 6 months from now, even a year from now. Give us a call, shoot us a text or an email, as it'll be our pleasure to help you with all of your real estate needs. Again, whether you're buying or selling down here in Atlantic and Cape May County. So Chris, today we want to take a look at these $150,000 to $300,000 properties that are seasonal here in Wildwood Crest. So why don't you tell us about this first one here?
Yeah, sure. First, what we're going to talk about, obviously, is let's clarify what seasonal means, Joe, right off the bat, right? So a seasonal condo versus a year-round condo. Seasonal just means it's only open for a short period of time through the year. And it's typically from mid-April through mid-October is when they're open. They do shut down for the winter time. They drain the water out. The unit itself, your particular unit, would be available for you to go to. You can still get in the property, but there's no water. So that obviously poses its own problems if you're going to be staying for an extended weekend or extended period of time. But you can certainly come down, check on it, do whatever you wanted to do. But unfortunately, just no water is going to be on in the unit. And in some cases, that means even if it had heat, the heat would not be available either, which is obviously a must. So that's the difference between a seasonal complex and a year-round complex. The complexes we're going to be talking about today, we're going to touch on 3 different particular units there. They all do have HOA fees. And remember, folks, if you've seen our other videos, HOA means homeowner association. So these all do carry HOA fees. In the seasonal units, you do pay your HOA fee every single month through the course of the year. It doesn't stop just because it closes in the winter. You still pay the HOA fee each and every single month throughout the course of the year. So just a couple of points there, Joe. I wanted to make sure that the folks watching understand what does it mean, what we're talking about here today, what exactly the seasonal means. So I'm going to jump into the first one here. This is over down at Costa del Sol. This particular complex here does consist mostly of 1-bedroom units. There are a couple of 2 bedrooms in there, but it is actually predominantly 1-bedroom, 1-bath units. Units in here will go for roughly just around $200,000. The one that we're talking about here, this is actually a top floor unit. And they're generally, Joe, going to be somewhere around that 470 square foot range. Now, why is it under 200,000? This particular building here is actually about 2 blocks from the beach. So not that it's far, but it's just one of those buildings that's a little bit further off the beach. With some of the amenities, it does have a pool. You do have an assigned parking. And the pets are allowed in this complex also. We've mentioned this in other videos. If you have a pet, you want to make sure that you're checking in with your agent to find out, does the complex we're looking at allow us to have pets? You don't want to get down the road and find out, oh no, we can't bring our pet. Further on that too, sometimes the size of the pet does matter. So you're gonna want to make sure you're checking in to make sure there's no regulations against how big the pet can be or how many you can have. So again, this one here, assigned parking, pets are allowed. Does have a pool in the complex, so it's really nice there. It's actually kind of tucked around the back side of the building, the way they have it set up, so you're not actually getting that ocean breeze pounded on you. It's actually protected by the building itself, so it's kind of nice there, Joe. So that's really kind of the layout for the Costa del Sol down here in the Wildwood Crest. Again, this particular complex here, 1-bedroom, 1-bath, pricing out right around $200,000. So that's where we're at right now. We're going to head out and jump over to property number 2. All right, so thanks for sticking with us here. So we'll take a look at property number 2. This building that we're going to look at is actually the Acacia condominiums. And this complex you'll see is actually right up on the beach. This is a beachfront complex here. This is consisting of 1-bedroom, 1-bath units, and they are typically priced, Joe, right around $275,000. The one we're looking at today is priced at that. The complex was built in 1978. Obviously, it's been updated over time, really kept up well, the Acacia, and a lot of the individual units themselves have also been updated on the interior also. Typically, these units will run in size just about 470 square feet as well. But as I mentioned, the big attraction to this one here, it's right up on the beach. It's right there, and it also does have a pool. So if you're coming off the beach or you don't feel like going to the beach that day, you certainly have a pool to enjoy there. It's pretty spacious, pretty wide open pool area there. So a lot of opportunity to just really kind of relax and enjoy the pool atmosphere at the Acacia as well. So this particular unit is, as I mentioned, it's seasonal. It does have a personal parking space. And this particular one here does also have outside showers. They all mostly do. You don't have it individual to your unit, but the complex has an outside shower, so you can use that when you're coming off the beach, so you're not bringing the sand up into your condo unit there.
And that's a great property location there, because that's right there on, that's right up on the beach. That's a beach block, beach front. And you pretty much have ocean views of every single unit. You've got ocean views there, so that's a nice location to be there. Not all of them are right up on the beach, but yeah, that's a good spot for that right there. So cool. Nice.
And with that location on that, we talked about HOA fees at the beginning of this. The HOA fee on this one here is going to be just a little bit over $300,000. Again, that one there, you have an elevator, you have the pool, so there's a little more maintenances there. So sometimes that can actually push the HOA fee up a little bit higher. If they don't have elevators, they don't have a pool, they might sit closer to 200. So you just want to again make sure you're just clarifying how much is it, because you're gonna have to build that into your mortgage if you're gonna be getting a mortgage, or you have to build that into your monthly expenses at least, knowing what that HOA fee is each and every month.
And that's like 300, you said? $300?
Yeah.
$300
That's
a
about
month?
$300,000 for that one there. So
$300.
$300 a month. Yep. All right, and again, you're paying that every month.
Yep.
So that's it for property number 2. We're gonna head out of here and we're gonna jump over our last property in this segment. All right, so here we are at our third and final property. We're gonna take a look at the Caramara complex here. Again, these units within this complex, very similar to the other ones that we talked about. They're gonna be 1 bedroom, 1 bath. These units are typically right around 420, 425 square foot depending. So that's the difference with that. The other ones are about 470, this is about 420 square foot. Again, they're all 1 bedroom, 1 bath. The particular unit that we're looking at is about $229,000, Joe, so it's actually above that $200,000 mark here in between what we're talking about. This complex was built in 1967 and it's in a fantastic location. It's actually only 1 block off the beach, so it's really kind of tucked more into that beach block, but distance-wise, it's about 1 full block if you're going to be walking in. So ideal location. All of these units here that we talked about today, folks, are rentable units. They are perfect for personal use if you want, but where they're all located, if you were looking strictly for an investment opportunity, you could rent this, Joe, all day, all summer, no problem at all. You wouldn't have an issue with that. So check in on the rental opportunity there, what potential rental income if these units aren't rented. There's certainly units in the building you could use as a comparison. This one here does have an HOA fee, this one here as well. This particular complex here, HOA fee is actually up over $400, Joe. So it's a little bit on the higher end of that than some of the other ones that we've talked about. So make sure you're checking in on what that has to offer there. Complex also offers a pool. You have an assigned parking spot, which is obviously fantastic when you're down close to the beach. There's always a lot of traffic, there's always a lot of people around, so having your own private parking spot is huge. You can virtually park the car, you don't leave for the entire time that you're there. That's really a nice feature. But so again, we're talking about the Caramara here. Property 1 bedroom, 1 bath, about 420 square foot. Seasonal unit, just over $200,000, sitting right around $229,000. So, Joe, that's what I have for you today for these these seasonal units between $150,000 and $300,000 down the Crest.
That's fantastic, Chris. And so that'll kind of wrap it up for this video here today, folks. Again, if you have want more information on the market, maybe your particular property or a specific town that you're looking for, please feel free, as I said, give us a call, shoot us a text or an email, as it'll be our pleasure to help you next week, next month, 6 months, or a year from now to help you buying or selling down here at the Jersey Shore. So again, until next time, we'll see you at the beach.